19 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I'd look to sell high and trade away this week if for some reason your fantasy league's trade deadline isn't up, but this should probably be the final week before the deadlines are up in your fantasy leagues. The first guy's Max Fried of the Atlanta Braves. So Fried this season, he's been up and down, but the last couple weeks here, he's really kicked it into gear. On the season, 109 and 2/3, 10-7 record, 107 hits, 46 runs, 11 homers, 34 walks, 113 strikeouts, a 3.78 ERA, and a 1.29 whip with 11 quality starts in the season here for Fried. But the last couple weeks here, 2-0 record, 12 innings pitched, 12 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 12 Ks, a 1.5 ERA, and a 1.08 whip with 2 quality starts in the time here for Fried. So Fried, he's gone out there and he's pitching good baseball. And this Brave team, they're catching fire now in first place in the NL East, overpassing the Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. But right here, he's had a couple easy matchups over the last 2 out of 3 outings. And I don't think he's going to keep it up as Fried, pitching at this type of level under an ERA, under a 2 like he has the last couple weeks. So August 3rd at St. Louis, 6 innings, got the win, 4 hits, no runs, a walk, 7 Ks, an 0.83 whip, and a quality start. August 8th versus the Nationals, 6 innings, got the win, 7 hits, a run, a walk, 5 Ks, a 1.5 ERA, 1.33 whip, and a quality start. And August 14th at the Nats, 6 innings, got the win, 5 hits, a run, 7 Ks, 5.0 ERA, 0.83 whip, and a quality start. So right here, Fried, he's pitching great, no doubt about it. And his next matchup's August 20th at the Baltimore Orioles, which is a pretty good matchup once again here for Fried. But right now, if I could sell him high, turning for him in terms of a power hitter maybe, or even a 1-for-1 deal or a 1-for-2 deal with him for a starter and a closer, it's a type of deal I would go out there and try to do if I'm a Fried owner trying to get good value from him. The next pitch is Marco Gonzalez, Seattle Mariners. So Gonzalez, all of a sudden, he's turned things around about over the last month of the season here. And he was on the sell high list last week, and he's going to be on it once again this week. Pitching tonight as well versus another pretty poor hitting team in the Texas Rangers. On the season, 89 innings, 4-5 record, 83 hits, 43 runs, 18 homers, 29 walks, 74 Ks, a 4.35 ERA, and a 1.26 whip with 6 quality starts on the season here for Gonzalez. But the last couple weeks, 15 and 2/3, 1-0 record, 5 hits, 1 run, a homer, 3 walks, 14 Ks, and 0.57 ERA, 0.51 whip, and 2 quality starts in the time here. So he's going out there and pitching great baseball. And his latest outing, he went a complete game, 1-run, 2-hitter versus the Texas Rangers. So right now, I don't think he's going to keep it up. I know he's got another matchup here tonight at Texas, but he's pitching over his head in my opinion, and he's going to cool off. August 1st at Texas, 6 innings, no decision, 5 hits, 1 run, 4 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, 0.83 whip, and a quality start. August 6th at the Yankees, he did pitch good versus them, 6 and 2/3, no decision, 3 hits, no runs, 2 Ks, 5 Ks, and no .75 whip, and a quality start. And August 12th, like I mentioned, versus Texas, 7 innings, got the win, 2 hits, a run, a homer, a walk, 9 Ks, a 1 ERA, 0.33 whip, and a quality start. So right here, he's pitching good, no denying that, but he's not going to verse Texas 3 times in a month here, while that division rival's probably almost coming to a close towards the end of the season. I know he's pitching good, but he hasn't been good until the last month here, and he's taking advantage of weaker matchups. Besides the New York Yankees, he's versus Colorado, he's versus Oakland, who's not a great hitting team, and now 3 times Texas. So right now, while he's had easy matchups and pitching good, this is a perfect time to sell him high because I don't think Gonzalez is going to keep it up. The next pitch is Eduardo Rodriguez of the Boston Red Sox. So Rodriguez, he's been solid the last couple weeks here for the Red Sox and fantasy owners, but he's another guy. I just don't buy into him keeping this up for the rest of the season. On the season, 9 and 6 in 116 innings, 122 hits, 64 earned runs, 15 homers, 36 walks, 145 strikeouts. On the season, he's still at a 4.97 ERA and a 1.36 whip with 6 quality starts. In the last couple weeks here for Rodriguez, 16 and a third, 2-0 record, 9 hits, 2 runs, a homer, 8 walks, 24 strikeouts, a 1.10 ERA and a 1.04 whip with a quality start. So right here, he's pitching good baseball. Is Rodriguez, I'm not going to lie, but he's another guy taking advantage of weaker teams in 2 out of his last 3 outings. And he is what he is, in my opinion. He's a 5-6 inning pitcher, and he's not going to go that deep into games, obviously. And he's a guy that's vulnerable to walking batters and giving up the home run ball as well. But over the last couple weeks, he's kept that down, so that's good to see from him. But right now, while he's pitching his baseball of the season, he's definitely a sell-high candidate. The last few outings for Rodriguez: August 4th at Detroit, 5 innings, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 10 Ks, 1.20 whip. August 10th versus Tampa, 5 1/3, no decision, 4 hits, 2 runs, a homer, a walk, 8 Ks, a 3.38 ERA, 0.94 whip. And August 15th versus Baltimore, 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, 3 walks, 6 Ks, a 1 whip, and a quality start. So right here, he's had easier matchups, like I mentioned, but he's still not going deep into games versus these bad teams. And he's a guy right now I just don't really want on my fantasy roster. And if I could trade him off for a decent bat or something, it's a deal I'm definitely going out there and trying to make. The next pitch is Alexei Colome, or the Minnesota Twins. So Colome here, he's been getting things going over the last couple months after he blew a lot of saves early in the season. Season though, 45 2/3. 3-4 record, only 7 saves though, 44 hits, 20 earned runs, 6 homers, 18 walks, 38 strikeouts, a 3.94 ERA, and a 1.36 whip in the last couple weeks here for Colome. 6 1/3, 1-0 record, 4 saves for him, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, a strikeout, 0.7 whip. So right here, he's going out there and he's producing right now for the Twins, and fantasy owners who have picked him up, that now he's the closer once again here. But I don't think it's going to last. This Twin team, obviously, they're having a poor season, and there's not going to be many more opportunities over the next few weeks, in my opinion, for Colome to keep going out there and getting saves. So right now, while he's on a hot ride of getting saves, he's a perfect sell-high candidate. And I think you could get an everyday decent bat for him in a trade. If someone in your league's looking for saves, that's the type of move I would go out there and make, because Colome's been struggling until over the last month here where he's really got things going. But right now, if someone needs a closer, I would definitely dangle Colome on the market. And while his numbers have been good, he's definitely a pitcher I would sell high. In the 5th and final pitcher I'd look to sell off and trade this week's Luis Garcia of the Houston Astros. So Garcia, pretty good pitcher this season here for the Astros. 111 2/3, 9-6 record, 41 runs, 90 hits, 14 homers, 35 walks, 134 strikeouts, a 3.30 ERA, 1.12 whip, and 7 quality starts on the season. But the last couple weeks here for Garcia, 2-0 record, 8 hits, 2 runs, a homer, 3 walks, 13 Ks, a 1.64 ERA, and a 1 whip in the time with a quality start. So right here, Garcia, he's pitching good baseball, no doubt about it. But he's another guy that doesn't have much of a track record throughout his career, pitching this deep into a season. And in my opinion, I think he might hit the wall here and not get things going. So August 1st at San Francisco, 4 2/3, got the loss, 8 hits, 5 runs, 2 homers, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a 9.64 ERA, 2.14 whip. August 7th versus Minnesota, got the win, 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 8 Ks, 0.33 whip, and a quality start. And August 14th at the Angels, 5 innings, got the win, 6 hits, 2 runs, a homer, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a 3.60 ERA, 1.80 whip. So Garcia, he's going out there, he's pitching good baseball, no doubt about it here for the Houston Astros. But right now, after struggling for a few weeks before the last 2 starts, he's definitely a pitcher I don't think is going to keep it up. I think he's going to hit the wall a little. And right now, I would sell him off and trade him away here. And I think you could get a decent bat or even a decent starting pitcher in a deal for him. So that's a few pitchers I'd look to sell high and trade away here in Week 19 of the fantasy baseball season.